Hey there, and welcome. So let's be honest. Have you ever just stared at a long list of herbal formulas, trying to cram them all into your brain? Well, today we're going to do things differently. We're going to break down 4 essential tonics in Chinese medicine, not as a list, but as a set of building blocks. Seriously, by the end of this, you'll see how they all connect and build on each other in a way that just makes sense. Let's dive in. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll get into the art of tonifying, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Then we'll introduce the 2 cornerstones. These are our foundational formulas. After that, we get to the fun part, building a stronger tonic by combining those blocks, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with your exam blueprint to make sure all these key facts are locked in for your tests.
Okay, first things first. Before we can even talk about specific formulas, we have to understand the main goal here. What does it actually mean to tonify something in Chinese medicine? Let's break down this really foundational concept.
To put it really simply, tonification is all about refilling the tank. Think of your body's resources, its energy, its substance, like a reservoir. When that reservoir is running low, what we call a pattern of deficiency, tonifying formulas are what we use to fill it back up. It's a strategy for boosting whatever the body is lacking, whether that's qi, blood, yin, or yang.
And believe me, this isn't some new idea. It goes way, way back. This classic quote says it all. For deficiency, tonify the mother. What does that mean? It means to fix a weakness, you go to the source. You strengthen the system that creates or mothers it. It's a beautiful fundamental principle in Chinese medicine.
Now, this is absolutely crucial for any student or practitioner. These powerful formulas are not daily multivitamins. The source material couldn't be clearer about this. You only use them when there's a diagnosed deficiency. If you give them to someone who doesn't need them, you can actually create an excess, which can lead to all sorts of problems like headaches, skin issues, or digestive upset. The bottom line is simple. Diagnose first, always.
Okay, now that we've laid that groundwork, let's meet our first 2 building blocks. These are the 2 cornerstone formulas that everything else we talk about today will be built on. And they target the 2 most fundamental resources in the body, qi and blood. On the left, we've got Tang, our energy crew. Its whole job is to tonify qi, that's your body's vital energy. Think fatigue, weakness, that's its territory. And on the right, meet Tang, the nourishment team. It's all about tonifying blood, the body's material foundation. This is for things like a pale complexion and dizziness. See the difference? One's about your get up and go, the other is about the very substance you're made of. So let's zoom in on our energy crew. Tang is basically the gold standard for tonifying qi, especially the spleen qi. It's for that classic patient who's tired, has a weak voice, and maybe some poor digestion. And its real power comes from its chief herb, ren shen or ginseng, an absolute powerhouse for generating the body's vital energy.
And now, for our nourishment team, Tang is the go-to, the foundational formula for building blood. It's essential when you see signs like a pale complexion or dizziness. The chief herb doing the heavy lifting here is Shu Di Huang, prepared Rhamania root, which is just incredibly good at enriching the blood and deeply nourishing the body.
All right, we've got our 2 cornerstones, one for qi, one for blood. Now here's where it gets really cool. What happens when we put them together? We're about to combine these basic formulas to build something even more powerful. This is where you can really see the elegant logic of Chinese herbology shine.
It's like simple, elegant formula math. You take Tang, our qi builder, and you literally add Tang, our blood nourisher. And what do you get? Tang, the 8 treasure decoction. It's the 2 formulas combined into one, creating a single powerful tonic that handles both qi and blood deficiency at the same time.
So when would you use this? Well, exactly when you'd think. You use it for a patient who is deficient in both qi and blood. They're not just tired, they're tired and pale. They've got the fatigue from the qi deficiency and the paleness from the blood deficiency. It perfectly shows how the new formula's job is a direct combination of its parts. Makes sense, right?
But we can actually take it one step further. What if the deficiency is even deeper and there's a feeling of cold involved? Well, we start with our Tang and then we add 2 more herbs. Huang Qi to give the qi an extra strong boost, and Rao Gui, or cinnamon bark, to really warm things up inside. And the result? QUAN Da Bu Tang, the all-inclusive great tonifying decoction. This one is really the ultimate restorative tonic in this little family of formulas. It's designed for more severe cases of qi and blood deficiency, especially when that feeling of cold is a major part of the picture. It's perfect for someone trying to recover from a long, draining illness, or for chronic issues like sores that just won't heal because the body simply lacks the resources to repair itself.
Okay, let's bring it all home. If you are studying for boards or a big exam, this next part is basically your cheat sheet. We are going to lay out everything we just talked about in a way that's super easy to remember and review.
This table tells the whole story. We start with Si Jun Zi Tang for Qi, with Ren Shen as the chief. We've got Si Wu Tang for blood, with Shu Di Huang leading the charge. You combine them and you get Ba Zhen Tang for both Qi and blood. Then you add that warming boost from Huang Qi and Rao Gui, and you get to the big one, Shi Quan Da Bu Tang. You can see the progression so clearly. It's not just a list to memorize, it's a logical, elegant system.
This classic quote, this explains everything. It perfectly shows why a formula like Ba Zhen Tang is so powerful. Qi is the commander of blood. Qi moves the blood. And blood is the mother of Qi. Blood nourishes and creates Qi. They completely depend on each other. You really can't have a healthy one without the other. And that's why treating both deficiencies at the same time is so incredibly effective.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that Chinese herbal medicine isn't just a random collection of recipes. As we've just seen, it's a system with this deep, beautiful logic at its core. Foundational formulas can be combined, they can be modified to create new tools for even more complex problems. Approaching your studies this way, seeing formulas as families built from these simple blocks, can totally change how you learn and how you practice. So I'll leave you with this question. What other formula families can you see this same pattern in?